Welcome back everybody, Max here with Catrol Hunting, and today it's Saturday, so it is gonna be junk silver time again. Yes guys, I did it again and bought some junk silver. Silver price was pretty low today compared to the last weeks. We were pretty much exactly at 25 US dollars, and with that silver squeeze thing going on next week, or at least the Wall Street Silver Reddit thread planning a silver rate on March 31st or April 1st, in those 2 days. I thought this is actually a very good buying opportunity, so I tried to mobilize a few funds because I couldn't afford buying a large amount of silver otherwise or increase my budget this week. So I got rid of a few collectible coins that are not silver, that just accumulated here over the weeks and months. So I decided to sell those to get this beautiful bag of junk silver here. I paid 492 Canadian dollars for this bag. The spot price for this is $517. So let's pull it out that you guys can get a nice peek, and then I'm gonna sort it out. This is pretty bulky today because we have a lot of coin capsules here. See, look at this guys, we have a huge mountain of Canadian 50% silver dollars, we have some Canadian Olympic stuff, we have a bit of bullion, we have a bit of junk silver, not so much international stuff today. There was just not much available. My dealers definitely had quite a bit of silver. There was an abundance of Canadian junk silver half dollars and stuff, but I like getting those kind of things, especially for the deal that I got them for. But let me go ahead and sort this out guys, so I can talk about the coins in detail and show you what I got exactly. Alright, we have it all sorted out here. A lot of that stuff is in capsules today, so it's a little bit bulky and almost didn't fit in the frame, so I had to squeeze it a little bit. I'm usually not a big fan of those capsules. I would never buy them myself to store my coins. I keep those coins in the capsules once I get them in the capsules, but I think those capsules are usually a terrible investment, especially if you put bullion coins in it. That's maybe my advice of the day. I see people putting common bullion maples and stuff like this into those kind of capsules, and especially with bullion coins that are very common and not a collectible bullion item or something like this, the condition does not matter at all. You can have a completely destroyed maple and it's exactly worth as much as a completely pristine mint state maple. So I do not at all think it is worth to purchase those kind of storage devices, because they usually cost around $1.50 each, which doesn't sound much, but it is roughly a 5% increase of the price of your stacking, which is something that you really don't want. But again, of course, if you get them for free, there's not really a downside. Keeping them in the capsules, they take a lot of space. That is actually a downside. So maybe with this 50% dollars, I might end up taking them out of the capsules, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's go ahead and talk about the coins here a little bit. Let's start from the top here. We have two of the common Olympic sterling coins. Those things are enormous. They are 1.3 ounces or 1.2 something ounces, so that's very chunky $10 sterling silver coins. The melt value on those is roughly around $45, and they're super common. Really nothing special, you see them all the time, but I like stacking them a lot because they have weight to them, they have a high percentage, and they are very easy to move, very recognizable. So that is something that I really like to stack, and if I can find them for around spot, this is something that I usually pick up. So I picked up two of the $10 coins today, which are $45 melt, and I picked up two of the $5 coins, which are $22.50 melt. So I'm super happy with those. The next one is probably my favorite coin of the day. This one is a 2009 Australian $1 proof, 99.99 fine. So it's a bullion silver coin, and the mintage on those is super low. It's only 4,000 minted on those. I paid melt value for this, which is around $12. I think they have like 11 something grams, 11.7 grams. So it's around between $11 and $12 melt value. And this is definitely a collectible coin that catches a premium. I've seen them sell on eBay for anything between $20 and $60, so I'm not 100% sure about the worth of those, but picking it up for junk, you cannot do anything wrong. Next to it we have Praying Eagle 1 ounce Canadian bullion coin. People call this a maple, even though it's not. I also tend to call this a maple, but it's actually the Canadian Wildlife Series 1 ounce coins. It's a very, very common coin, but again, getting bullion right now, I paid $31.50 for this coin, so getting bullion for that price is basically impossible. Even if I go to my coin shop, I pay $5 over at least. I think they sell maples for around 40. No, actually, you pay $7 over. They get them for $5 over. So that's an absolute steal right now because everybody is so keen on buying bullion with this whole Wall Street silver threat going on. Definitely that has an influence on the online prices a lot, and the premiums are sky high because of that. So I'm super happy to find actually a 1 ounce piece of bullion for junk silver value. Next, we have a bunch of Canadian 50% silver dollars. We have 17 in total, if I counted right. 2, 4, 6, 7. We have actually 18 in total, I'm sorry. Let's start with the two cool ones. We have this British Columbia Canadian 1971, and it is a very heavy toner on the front side, which is often the case for those coins, but this toning is very heavy. Again, as always, toning is extremely difficult to actually see on camera, but this one is so heavy that you even see it here. So that is awesome. I love toners like this, so I picked it up. This one here is a 1972 50% dollar, and the toning on this one is even more extreme. So this one is completely rainbow toned with like a completely pink edged and almost looks gold plated in the middle. The toning is so extreme, so this looks just simply awesome. This one might actually be good enough to fetch a premium for the toning, but again, it's a super common coin. All of those coins here are 50% silver. All of those are pretty common coins. We have 3 1974 Winnipegs. We have 1975 Calgary. We have 2 of the 1976 Parliament coins. We have 2 of the 1977 Jubilee coins, crowning coins for Queen Elizabeth, I think this is. Yeah, silver jubilee, 25 years. 3 of those. We have 1 of the Edmonton coins here, and we have 1. I don't even know exactly what this one was again, but we have a 1979 here, and we have 1 of the 1980 polar bears, which is by far my favorite of the series. And then, as you guys might know, in 1981 they started changing it up a little bit. Here they only did really polished coins, and then in 1981 they started to do proof-like finishes. As you can see here, the frosting on the back is pretty extreme, so this is one of the proof coins. There's also versions of those that look like those, like the normal finish. Usually those normal finish coins of those years where proof coins exist are more rare than the proof coins itself, but the proof coins obviously have a nicer look to them. We have 2 of the 1981 railways here. We have 1 1982 and a 1988. All of these are frosted proofs. I got a really good deal on those dollars. They're very, very common and usually not my personal favorite to stack, but I got them for $10.50 each today, with spot being around $11.80, so 10% under spot for those coins. I couldn't say no, but then again, I might trade them in the future for something else. But for now, they stay with me and are just a nice addition to my silver stack, even though I'm not the biggest fan of stacking 50% silver coins, just because it even more increases the amount of space it takes. But then again, getting them for underspot, I couldn't say no and was very happy with the purchase. I almost have the whole series now. I didn't even check, but I think I might have the whole series already now. But let's move on to the Canadian junk silver coins. We have a total of 4 Canadian silver dollars. We have a 1959. As you guys know, I like to pick up the pre-$61 coins no matter what if I see them, because you actually don't see them that often. So this one was a 1959 that I picked up. I like to pick up a couple of those 1967 Centennial Goose dollars just because the design is cool and I love stacking those. So this is maybe like something that I'm kind of personally attached to. It's one of the most common, I think it's actually the most common silver dollar. But again, the design is awesome and iconic, so I really like stacking it. And then here we have the 1958 British Columbia $1, which is my favorite design of all the Canadian silver dollars. And this one is made to a pendant, which can be a good or a bad thing. In this case, it's a good thing. If you look at those pendants, what you guys have to do is to see if you have a screw here, and you do. So once you can see, here is an opening mechanism up here, so it's very, very easy to open this up. You can just put a small screwdriver or a knife in there and just screw it open. In that case, it's a positive because the casing is also made from silver and I didn't pay a cent for it. So you get the little bit of scrap silver extra that you have there and the coin is not damaged. You have to be careful though buying those pendants. Often they're actually melted to the coin or it is impossible to get the coin out. And in those cases, it's really, really a struggle and not a positive. So in this case, I took the coin because it's easy to take it out. And I will definitely take it out. I don't love having coins in my pendants. We have one older Canadian sterling silver $half. This one, the date is very hard to read, but I could come up with the date just because I can see the 19 in the front and the 2 in the end, which makes it a 1912. It is impossible to be anything else. Because if it would be in 1902, we would have King Edward VII on there, but it's a King George V. So definitely sterling silver 1912 is a pretty common year, nothing special, but I got it by weight and this one has a lot of wear, so I probably paid around $10 for this coin, maybe even a bit less. No, actually probably, yeah, pretty much exactly $10, which is a great price for the old sterling coins. We also got a bit of US junk silver. We have a 1963 Franklin $half here in pretty nice condition. And we have a pretty beat up, tarnished Walking Liberty 1943. I love stacking walkers, so I like to pick them up whenever I get them for spot. We also have a very common 1942 Mercury dime here, but the Mercury dimes are the same as the $half walkers for me. I just love stacking those. I pick up almost every Mercury dime that I can get for spot here, not almost every single one actually, but again in Canada you don't see them so often. In the US it might be much easier to get a bunch of those, but I'm happy if I find those. And the last thing here is a British 50% silver 2 shilling or 1 florin 1945. That's actually the last year they made silver coins if I'm not mistaken. And this is a super, super common coin, but again, I like to get this kind of variety, and to get this for spot is very, very awesome. Overall, I think this was a great buying opportunity, and this weekend is a great buying opportunity with spot being locked in at $25. There's actually a lot of room to grow for silver because the industrial demand still hasn't kicked in, and this Wall Street silver thing might actually manage to affect the price if they are doing it right this time and in bigger volume. For me, that means if we see a silver squeeze of any form next week as announced, I am personally a believer that this will mainly only be short-term big gains if we have any gains. But again, let's see what the internet community can do. It's very, very difficult for me to project and to predict what's going on there. But I decided to get a little bit, my hands on a little bit more silver than usual today. So I'm happy I did, and all of those prices were amazing, and silver was the lowest it has been for a while for me to purchase it, so I did not see a reason to not buy a lot of silver here. If you guys like this video, please hit the like button, and if you guys could subscribe to my channel too, that would help me out a lot. I usually upload one video like this a week with my weekly silver buys, and then on top of that sometimes a few coin roll hunting videos, or if I find major scores in the bank. Let me know guys, what are your favorite coins here today. For me it is definitely the Australian proof dollar. It's an amazing coin, and I also love the praying eagle here, and my favorite is the crazy toner here, the 1972. This just looks awesome. I'm not 100% sure if this has not been made like this on purpose or if it's natural toning. I have a friend who is a little bit more into those kind of coins, so I will ask him what he says, but those are definitely my favorite coins. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and have a good one.